We have finally made it to Greenville. We are here outside the Shipleys here on Highway 1, and the snow is falling and it's sticking. Take a look at this car right here. How much snow is accumulating on this car? It is sticking, it is really heavy, and it is really thick right now.
Well, 5 people killed within 48 hours in Jackson. That brings the homicide rate to 14 for 2016 so far. That's up compared to 10 around this time last year.
We're seeing a lot of improvement out here. I'm at the Pearl River just south of the Spillway Dam, and I want you to take a look at this sign right here. We were here on Friday, and at that point, the water level was up to this sign. In fact, if the water was still that high, it would be above my head.
A tornado watch has already been issued. You can see that red outline here stretching all the way back down into the Gulf and back as far north as Pike and Walthall County. So we do have a tornado watch in effect until 5 p.m. this evening already for Pike and Walthall County.
JPD tells us that luckily the officer is expected to be okay. He was responding to a robbery call here on Edgewood Terrace.
Police say here at the Fondren Hills apartment complex is where a woman was leaving her home, and that's when someone approached her with a gun.
We met with Mayor Tony Yarborough earlier this morning, and he says the fact that this project is completed will set the pace for other projects that the city has been working on behind the scenes.
I'm already enjoying my morning out here in downtown Clinton. We have the clear sky out here, and the most important thing for me is that the temperatures are a lot warmer this morning.
We didn't drink, we didn't smoke, but we did a lot of dancing now, I can tell you that.
And that's what Lala Evans and his wife Louise did every week for the nearly 60 years they were married.
We went to get down, you know. We wouldn't even have to have a place to sit down, you know, or nothing like that, because we stayed on the floor all night and all that.
After Louise died, this museum of love behind their Starkville home was built to house all their pictures.
Just look back and reminisce, you know, how many beautiful things we did together.
The two met when Lala worked at the Shoeshine Parlor across from her uncle's cafe. Even though Lala says it was love at first sight, he was told they would never last.
People would say, I don't see how they're going to ever make it. They're so incompatible.
But their differences are what made it work.
She was such a stern person. I was, like I said, just a teenage bit flirty, you know. But she kept me under control and made me a better man.
Through their years together, Lala went on to the Army, then to become Starkville's first black mailman, walking 10 miles every day before driving the shuttle bus for Mississippi State University.
You just take what you have and you use it, and that's what we did as a you know, a young married couple.
Lala's tribute to his late wife has captured the attention of people all over, including the band Mute Math, who featured Lala in their music video Monument.
I'm just a blessed old man. That's all I can say, you know.
Out of the thousands of pictures of Lala and Louise's life together, he says his favorite is of their last dance.
I dipped her and brought her up and put that last one on her, you know what I'm saying? I always did that, and when I did that, she wasn't going nowhere, you know. She was in here, you know what I'm saying? And then the next week, it was all over.
The month before their 60th wedding anniversary, Lala says Louise died suddenly of a heart attack.
After trying to make breakfast and patting on her face, and she looked up and she said, I love you. And she went down like that, dropped her head. And the paramedics got there. I was just sitting there waiting on them to revive her.
Lala says he still dances to jazz music throughout his home and doesn't miss a beat, even though his dancing partner is gone.
I don't want to seem like I'm not suffering. I'm in joy. I know she up there saying, watch it, buddy. Watch it, you know, be careful now, I'm watching you.
This video of Jordan Jefferson's athletic prowess went viral. How does anybody learn a move like that? For Jordan, it all began when he was only 5 with his first dance class.
I forced him into it, I'll be honest with you on that.
The focus and strength honed on the dance floor have served Jordan well on the football field.
I don't get hurt really at all, like the tackles. football and dance is a good mixture. I recommend all athletes do that.
Quick feet balance, all of that stuff is just amazing. The ability to stop, cut, plant, all of those agile and light foot qualities help in football.
The Callaway community has embraced Jordan.
In a time when students are judged by likes and dislikes, Jordan steps out and does his own thing.
Being an original is seldom easy.
He's a gentleman that dances. He's a gentleman that dances in the South. So there's going to be stereotypes associated with that. He fought against it for a long period of time.
The once mean kids in middle school now look to Jordan to set the trend. With his success in his studies and a list of extracurriculars like none other, Jordan has his eyes set on Harvard or Columbia.
I believe in shooting for the stars. I believe in shooting for your dreams, and that's my dream.
I would not bet against him.
He is a Renaissance man. You know, he is an artist, he's an athlete, he's an academician. He does all of those things well and is proud of it, and he's a great role model.
No, I wish him the biggest blessing, and I look forward to seeing him down the road where I can say, hey, that's my guy.
If learning has a sound, this is it. Books by the pallet full. Titles and characters that get children turning pages, from the X-Men to Minnie Mouse.
We have early reader books up until age 12, and so we have them split out in 3 different categories, from age 0 to 3, 4 to 8, and 9 to 12.
Nationally, Pi Beta Phi teamed up with nonprofit First Book. This year, they bought 100,000 books. At cost, 20,000 of them came to our state.
This is a wonderful thing for Mississippi. I can't think of a place that could use this more, and we are thrilled to be able to provide this service.
The need was there, but the books would have never made it here without plenty of hard work from our local ladies.
It's been a large undertaking. A lot of people have been involved in helping us do this, so I'm just really excited.
Plenty of these books will stay in the capital city, but some will make their way up to the Delta or down to the Gulf Coast.
We have over 140 recipient groups who serve underprivileged children across this state, and they vary from schools to libraries to Head Starts.
Instilling a love of reading one book at a time.
A lawyer for one of the apartment complexes tells me that the city of Ridgeland is working to completely shut down 5 apartment complexes in the southeast area. That would mean for the people that live there, they may have no place to stay.
Thanks again. See ya. Jackie Smith owns Little Dreamers Daycare. She's been in the Southeast Ridgeland building for 15 years. Most of the children who come here live across the street in one of these 5 apartment complexes. Smith says she didn't know city leaders considered rezoning this area and shutting down these multifamily homes.
As a business owner, you would think that we would have a heads up as to any changes that's going to take place.
In a February 2016 complaint filed by a Ridgeland family in these Bay Meadow apartments, the city sought to conceal its efforts from the general population.
I want to make some phone calls. I really would like to know if there are meetings that's taking place. I would like to be informed when they're taking place.
HUD says Ridgeland acquired the area from the city of Jackson. Between 1990 and 2010, Southeast Ridgeland's demographics shifted dramatically. The city notes demographics as a key problem with Ridgeland Public Schools, specifically Ann Smith Elementary. In February of 2009, the Ridgeland family says school administrators expressed concerns in a community awareness meeting about the image and perception of Ridgeland's shifting demographics. I noticed that the city is working on a master plan. It's been years in the making. You can find the 2012 progress report online. Officials say they will rezone as required to accomplish focus area concepts. Also online, the Community Development Department. HUD says Mayor Gene McGee and the Board of Aldermen selected an all-white community awareness committee. Despite the fact that Ridgeland is 30% black, and despite the fact that their master plan focused on a majority black part of town, Ridgeland leaders say the city's growth has brought about the need for a greater emphasis on comprehensive planning and code enforcement to ensure a high quality of life. The Assistant Secretary for Fair Housing and Equal Opportunity argues the team began enforcing their tough codes when marketing the southeast area for redevelopment. I went to City Hall to speak with Mayor McGee about the plan. He wouldn't talk to me because of, quote, pending litigation. In their complaint, the Ridgeland family says they just want a final judgment and an order from the court to stop the city from rezoning. Reporting in the newsroom, Brittany Noble-Jones.